Welcome back to Automotive, another Chevelle episode, and another terrible welding episode. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting better. Maybe. Um, yeah, gonna do quarter panels roof stuff because, well, I'm still not done because it's a stupid amount of work. But it's good, learning a lot. So this episode is going to be this area, which, as you can tell, is nice and yappered out. So I'm going to fix that. Cut this, weld this. Yeah, I'm going to clamp these, spot weld. None of this will be in a finished state because I'm getting rid of this drip rail and I'm probably getting rid of this body line as well. Just because I don't think it'll look good without the drip rail, right? Like it's just going to be kind of weird and unnecessary, which means I'm going to have to cut that out and then I'm going to have to get sheet metal to weld in there. And I have to do that all the way around on both sides. I don't have the sheet metal for that. I still don't have the drip rails removed. I'm not doing that. But once I get this and this done on both sides, I can take all of this caca out and I can put in the rear deck. Now I'm trying to work my way back, right? So all of this is still clecoed and clamped in. And at the end of this episode, it'll still be clecoed and clamped in because I'm waiting. Partially because, yes, it's a lot of work, but it's also kind of critical and kind of none of the sheet metal matches up perfectly, right? And that's just the way these cars were made. Not a whole lot you can do about it, but deal with it. So, I've got to deal with it. I'll get there, but this one's kind of lined up decently, but down below isn't. So it's going to be one of those to where, I weld them and probably grind them down. Also, you've got things like this that just exist. That's how it is, right? You've got that entire hole, just stupid, which means at some point I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to fill that. Now, this side sits back a hair more than the other side. But again, I'm going to be adjusting all of this. This will go away. I don't know. I don't know how noticeable it's going to be. I really don't. This side I smashed down here, so this is why this gap is so big. It's actually not that far off. This is also, floating out there. So once that gets pulled in and this gets tacked in, because my plan with these on both sides is just drill a bunch of holes, spot weld it, just because if I plan on cutting this out, there's no point in welding this at all because they just get cut. Now, this side at some point too, I want to run a piece of metal inside this lip. This one kind of has one in here that I got to figure out how I'm going to remove because I don't like it either. As you can tell, this is off a considerable amount. That is not a problem on the other side, so I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to fix that. I mean, I kind of do, I don't want to face it. And that is, cutting and putting on a new piece of metal. Not the end of the world, just, more work than I want to. This side of the car at some point before I had bought it had been smashed. I did not know that until I cut the quarter off and you could see weird stitching. Someone did a lot of work to this side. I mean, the wheel well was just held in with body filler and essentially bubble gum. I had already removed it before you guys seen any videos, did it well over a decade ago, probably closer to 2 decades ago. There was house foam filling this and this, and all the house foam just had Bondo on top of it, and it was horrible. It was horrible. So this side has been a known issue, and it's not going to probably ever be perfect, but I'm going to put in the work for it to look good. Another thing to think about, remember, whichever, is I'm going to be cutting at some point for some big ass tires and rims. And then after I cut, I'm going to learn how to make a body kit. That's a ways down the road. In fact, this thing will be on the road before I even attempt doing that. It'll probably be on the road with the old guys again. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, help me grow it. Let's build some cool shit together. With that, comment down below, ask questions, give advice. I'm here for it all, right? I'm wanting to get further into the car culture. And, well, it's going to take time. It's going to take conversations, communication, all that fun crap. Like the video if you like it. With that, let's get to work. Roof and the quarters are now attached-ish. No, they should be good enough. Welds up here, spot welds here. Now I will be cutting off this lip here, putting in a piece of metal here to do that. In fact, I'm really thinking about cutting this whole thing out and just redoing a piece of metal to go here all together. But we'll get there when we get there. So this whole buddy line will be cut off. We're welded through here. Remember, a ton of filler will go in here to even this out. It's not exactly perfect, but that's what the finished bodywork will do. And same on the other side. It has been a night. So that's all good. This side had to tuck in a little bit, so there's a lot of pressure on these welds. Hopefully they hold on long enough for me to go through and do that. I say hopefully because, well, I'm not a super experienced welder. All of my welding experience is officially on this damn car. What my next step is going to do, and I'm not going to record it because it's going to be a pain, cutting this out. I really want to call it a night. I'm exhausted. I'm hungry. But I'm right there. I'm right there. So I'm just going to do it. I'm going to cut the stupid thing out tonight. And then I will call it a night. So when you return for the next video, there's going to be no inner support finally. And at that point, I will do, hopefully I'm getting this camera right. At that point, I will do the rear deck. Once the rear deck's in, then I can tie all of this together. So with that, don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy what we're doing here. That like button, comment down below any feedback. I'm damn sure not doing a perfect job, learning experience, but my hopes is the next project car will go better than this one because, well, we all start somewhere. With that, thanks for following along.